is going to happen on the Swayam platform. So in that case, all four-cornered approach with rich content comprising text material, video lectures, and interaction through the discussion forum, a more of a kind of a flipped classroom situation, and wherever required, we will be having live interactions for the participants also. So with this, I think the idea is not only actually using the platforms like Somat, Swayam or Swayam Prabha, is to make them aware about the platforms that are that are available, and also give them a sort of a hands-on practice on using these platforms that will make them ready for implementation of such major initiatives of the government of India. And in fact, if we look into the NEP 2020 document also, it clearly focuses on that. I think this is a great initiative, and I think I wish all the best to the STRIDE team for offering this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor Madam Kandilalji. With this, on behalf of all my colleagues present here, with the permission of the Honorable Minister, let me invite our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Nageswar Raoji, to kindly present his address.
Honorable Minister of State for Education, Government of India, Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh ji, my fellow colleagues, and other participants. Today, it's very difficult for our Honorable Minister to spare his precious time for us. All the ministers, they are busy. Today is the budget which was presented by the Finance Minister, and whole country is looking into that. But even then, he spared time for us, he is kind to us, and his benign presence is inspiring all of us to work hard in this endeavor. As has been outlined earlier, that there is a professional development program which we are carrying on for the teachers with respect to the awareness and implementation of NEP. That is meant for 15 lakh teachers all over the country. Ministry is actively pushing that case to all the state government secretaries and also to other people. AICT has also written a letter, UGC has also written a letter. And then this is a 2-credit course having the e-contents both in Hindi as well as in English, videos. Then the third quadrant is of discussion, and fourthly the evaluation. And by this time, around 60,000 teachers, they were registered, and around 10 batches that have been completed by the STRIDE in this scenario. And we are using the 3 Government of India platforms, that is the Samarth for registration, Swayam, the portal on which the e-content and the videos they have been uploaded, and the Swayam Prabha, through which we are interacting with the learners. And fourthly, the evaluation process that is automatically being done once the assignments they are being specified for the teachers. They complete those assignments, and the certification it is being done automatically by the process, our own LMS. Looking to this progress, Ministry has asked us to prepare a Swayam course again on the same basis, so that the people at large, the administrators and other executives, they may be aware of the basics of NEP and also its implementation. And in this context, we have again reviewed our existing materials. We have again reviewed our videos also, and tried to see that the available contents, they are to be tailor-made to suit to the requirements of the public at large. And that is why it was being put on Swayam portal. Again, this program, it is being put into 2 categories, awareness category and also the certification category. If anyone gets themselves registered and don't want the certification, then the awareness certification will automatically be there, because in that case they are not supposed to appear in the examinations, because there are people who would like to know the details, but they are not much interested in the certification. So for that, the awareness certification that is being done, and for others, those who would like to have the certification, because for teachers we are having a separate process, but for others the Swayam portal is automatically taking care of all the three things: the registration, the contents, as well as the evaluation. So this entire process, it will be made open from 1st of February once our Honorable Minister initiates the process of inauguration, and he gives his blessings to all of us. So it's a great initiative. With your support, with your kind guidance, with your kind motivation, we are trying our best to do the needful and try to see that this NEP as a whole, it should be known to all of us, all the teachers, all the executives, because the people who are in the field of education or they are not in the field of education, they must be aware of this entire NEP components, and all these components, they are having specific importance, and they all can be used in most of the education institutions, right from the secondary level and to the higher education level also. And we know that our stakeholders, they are the guardians, they are the public at large, they are the administrators, they all can now join this course with ease and comfort. So that is the objective, because that we have kept in mind. And again, on this occasion, we have made a request to release one book, that is the NEP activities which we have done till this point of time on all these 9 components of NEP. IGNOU has done a lot, because as far as Academic Bank of Credit is concerned, we got more than 20 lakh learners registered for the in that Academic Bank of Credit portal. Similarly, for the DigiLocker also 25 lakh learners, their accounts they have been created. So we find that, look at any area, everywhere we have tried to contribute. In internationalization, we have reached with your kind support and motivation to E-Vidya Bharati, where out of 3,700 scholarships, IGNOU was given 2,700 scholarships by the Ministry of Higher Education, the Ministry of External Affairs. So wherever we have tried, with your blessings and supports, with your kind guidance, we could do, we could make some contribution in the implementation process of NEP, and all those brief details, they have been incorporated in this small booklet. That is the e-booklet, which is going to be released today with your kind inaugural address. So with this, once again, I welcome Honorable Minister Sir for sparing his valuable time, precious time, and his guidance and motivation. It definitely inspires all of us. All of us are eagerly waiting to listen to his kind words of further guidance and motivation to all of us. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor, sir. On behalf of the Honorable Vice Chancellor and IGNOU family, we will request the Honorable Minister to launch 2 events, sir. The launch of the NEP PDP 2 credit platform. Already, Honorable Minister has launched it. And the launch of the NEP implementation book that the Honorable Minister We also request the Honorable Minister to kindly inaugurate the NEP PDP for administrators. This is a 2 credit so and go, sir.
Thank you. Dear Vice Chancellor Indira Gandhi National Open University, Professor Nageshwar Rao ji, Professor Uma ji, Pro Vice Chancellor IGNOU, and Professor Santosh ji, Director Strite IGNOU, Professor Madhu ji, Director COE IGNOU, teachers, academics, and staff of IGNOU headquarters, and all its regional centers, students, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor for me to join this inauguration of National Professional Development Program on NEP 2020, targeted for all the administrators and general participants of practitioners of universities and colleges in the country. This is a 2nd credit SWAM course of 1 month duration, which can also be assessed by the general public and students. As we all aware, the new National Education Policy 2020 was promulgated by the Government of India and was dedicated to the nation by the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji in July 2020. NEP come into force almost after 35 years of the last national policy on education was implemented in 1986. During these last 37 years, considerable changes have taken place in respect of globalization, technologies, pedagogies, and educational organization and delivery. Various alternative modes of education or educational delivery, including distance, online, blended, and flipped classroom learning have been implemented across the globe. Over the past educational practices, NEP 2020 suggests complete change in the system of education. It is grounded in our cultural and values. It is structurally and organizationally robust in global competitive, is practical and futuristic, and is sustainable too. It addresses the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal, SDG 4, concerning quality and lifelong learning for all. NEP addresses the educational and training needs of all communities and individuals. The requirement of 21st century skill and competency, education for living and development, education for spiritual growth and peace, and sabka saath, sabke vikas, sabke vishwas, and sabke prayers. It talks of holistic education, development of physical, mental, emotional, ethical, and spiritual aspects of the entire human personality. The most crucial aspect that we must consider is education in mother tongue and regional languages, and education and training that is based on own culture and values. Bharatiya Gyan Parampara, the Indian knowledge system. No nation has signed global progress and prosperity without basing their system of education on their culture, value, tradition, and language. The English rule and English language connected us to the knowledge system of entire world, though it deprived us of our tradition, ancient knowledge system of science and technology, and our great values and lifestyle. Students must be given scope to study even engineering, technology, and medicine subject in regional languages and Hindi. I am glad that many state governments and the central governments are engaged to develop learning resources and translate quality textbook on engineering, medicine, IT, and science into Tamil, Marathi, Bengali, Hindi, among others. I understand that the learning materials of IGNOU are available in many regional languages and regional level interactive counseling in social science is offered in 13 languages all over the country. One significant emphasis of NEP is multidisciplinary education, multiple entry and exit, and recognitions of prior learning on achievement of specified competency and learning outcome. The UGC has also brought out regulations and guidelines on these areas, including a national credit framework jointly by the National Council of Vocational Education and Training and UGC. Our higher education students must study relevant courses from other disciplines, including skill-based courses, to enhance their knowledge-based worldview and employability skill. Under multiple entry exit, students can complete the first year of undergraduate with 40 credits, take a certificate, and get into any job, and then can come back after a few years and complete the second year's 40 credit and get a diploma, and subsequently the third years and get BA honors, and the fourth year to get the BA research, and directly enter into the PhD program. During all these years, their earned credits will be deposited in the academic bank of credit, which the student can redeem any time of their choice to get a certificate or diploma or degree. Their institutions and students themselves must register in the National ABC to get access to the facility of credit accumulation and credit transfer. At present, about 35 lakh students have already registered in the ABC, of which about 21 lakh students are from IGNOU alone. A very significant aspect of our education system is to equip students with required knowledge, skill, and competency to get into the job market. The NEP curriculum emphasis on multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary learning, learning about environment, community, and value education, and recognitions and transfer of prior learning into credit and ABC. There is provision in the National Credit Framework that all the three types of learning, academic, vocational, and experimental, or on-the-job training, can be converted into credit, and credit transfer is possible for undergraduate and postgraduate studies. I'm glad that many institutions have come forward for its implementations and that IGNOU has already implemented these for the national Hon'ble educations and for the student ITIs and polytechnics by recognizing and transferring up to 50% of their vocational learning into credit for undergraduate studies. A crucial aspect of our institutional administration and teaching learning that our institutional leaders and teachers must consider is how technology can be integrated into institutional management, teaching learning, continuing professional development, and inclusive education, including assistive technology for the differently able students. The NEP 2020 has underlined entering into the modern era of blended teaching learning and flipped classroom by judiciously combining the self-learning, face-to-face, active-based learning, and online collaborative project-based and portfolio-based learning by the students. We must explore avenue to best use machine learning, artificial intelligence, deep learning, virtual and augmented reality, besides the use of audiovisual, conferencing, and web-based learning. Many advanced educational institutions in the country are using technology-enabled teaching learning, and many more are preparing to utilize technology to the best of their administration and teaching. I am glad to know that IGNOU has effectively used technology for institutional management, learner support, and online and blended teaching learning. The goal, Gayana, and e-Vidya Bharati projects have enhanced technology-based e-learning in the country. We are also moving closer to establish a national digital university with hub and spoke model to increase educational opportunity to the remote students and also to increase the GER in higher education. This will also give effect to multiple entry and exit and provisions of academic bank credit and flexible learning. For this, a national technology forum is already in place, while the guidelines for twinning programs, dual degree programs, and joint degree programs are already in place. Institutions need to gear towards internationalization of their curriculum and cross-border educational delivery. We should also consider the mechanism of cluster colleges and multidisciplinary institutions and programs. This will also encourage overseas institutions to establish their campus in India and vice versa. This will put India in the global education scene and enhance our ability to showcase and impart rich Indian culture, value, and scientific discoveries to the entire globe. This will require to increase quality, cutting-edge research in diversified field. The upcoming National Research Foundation shall strengthen innovation in research and development. The institutional leaders, teachers, and officers of various education departments of the central and state government and local education functionaries shall play the pivotal role in implementing NEP 2020. All higher educational institutions need to make required preparations and gear their governance and leadership role to arrange for institutional transformation and preparedness for effective and sustainable implementation of the recommendation of NEP 2020. This SWAYAM-based professional development program for administrators and general practitioners of higher education is timely and well designed to cater to the capacity building of leaders, administrators, and practitioners. They will include vice chancellors, registrars, deans, and heads and other administrative staff of universities, principals, heads of the departments, and administrators of colleges and stand-alone institutions, officers and staff of government education department, principals of DIETs and director of SERTs, functionaries of Panchayat Education Committee, among others. Their effective capacity building will equip them to be aware of the various recommendations of the NEP 2020 and be prepared for its appropriate implementation in their institution. IGNOU has already implemented a successful professional development program on NEP 2020 for college and university teachers by effectively integrating the 3 national technology platform of Smart, SWAYAM, and SWAYAM Parva Channel 20. The upcoming 2-credit SWAYAM National Capacity Building Program on NEP 2020 provides rich resources with 14 units and 22 videos, discussion forum, interaction, additional web resources, and course-based assignment tests. I will encourage all the higher educational leaders, administrators, and those engaged in the higher and further education sector to join this SWAYAM course in a large scale. I congratulate the professor of IGNOU, Professor Nageswar Raoji, and all his team and the Staff Training and Research Institute for designing this excellent professional development program for higher educational institution. I wish you all success and all the best. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, for very thought-provoking, reflective, and very practical deliberations and guidance. We will request you, sir, to kindly launch this.
NEP का कुछ मीटिंग चल रहा है. क्या क्या खाओगे आप लोग? जलेबी एक रुपया में है.
On behalf of each and every member of IGNOU family, we are grateful to Honorable Minister of State for Education, Dr. Rajkumar Ranjan Singh, for inaugurating the NEP PDP National Program for Administrators and General Practitioners of Higher Education. Sir, your illuminating account of the National Education Policy, along with your experience, clearly bears the India's national education agenda. That is, to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education. So we are deeply indebted to you for presenting your points clearly on many of the issues highlighted in the policy document. Your profound thoughts and perspectives will motivate the administrators and the practitioners of higher education institutions to engage themselves in completing the course on the SWAN. Sir, you have inspired us with your address, which was intellectually gripping, precise, and truly insightful. We will continue to look forward for your guidance and further inspiration. Sir, we are grateful that you honored our invitation and unveiled the NEP PDP National Capacity Building Program through SWAN. Once again, sir, our sincere gratitude to you. We cannot thank enough our respected Vice Chancellor, Professor Nageshwar Rao, for being the guiding spirit and inspiration in conceptualizing this ambitious program. Sir, your statements are the reflection of your determination and resolve to build capacities of the administrators, senior functionaries, along with the 15 lakh teachers of higher education of India for NEP. Your leadership in IGNOU is marching ahead with the national agenda. IGNOU shall continue to do so. Sir, thank you. We also thank our Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor Uma Kanjilal, for her great-hearted support and cooperation. Your unwavering help has always suggested innovative and effective ideas that has helped IGNOU to reach out to the large number of higher education teachers by the use of technology, SWAN, Prabha, and Samar. Thank you, Professor Uma Kanjilal. Thank you, Professor Santosh Panda, Director of STRIVE, and your team from STRIVE and other schools and divisions of IGNOU for designing this and driving this project. Developing learning modules, videos, etc. was a big task. You and the team achieved it. We also thank our Pro-Vice Chancellors, Professor Satyakam, Professor Sumitra Kukreti, Dr. Shrikant Mohapatra, and Dr. Manroop Singh Meena for their deep involvement at every step. Thanks to all the directors and registrars of the schools, division, cells for your gracious presence, and also to the IGNOU colleagues. Lastly, I thank the young team members of the Center of Online Education under the supervision of Mr. Rajesh Sharma for their efforts in designing this document in shortest time. To bring out the document, the team had put up extra time to reach the target of today's release. Good job. Thank you so much and best wishes.
So with your kind permission, if you allow us, we will close this inauguration, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you once again.
नमक आ रहा है और उसमें बेशुमार ताकत है।
उस मछली राजा को ढूंढो और मार दो। वकांडा तबाह हो जाएगा। ब्लैक पैंथर जिंदाबाद!
In this tutorial, you're going to learn all about what ChatGPT is, how it works, and most importantly, how you can use it to boost your productivity as a software developer. As a seasoned developer and teacher, let me tell you, ChatGPT is a game changer you don't want to miss out on. Don't take my word for it, just watch this video.